In this video, I'm going to talk about how you get gout and how it forms in the body. So first of all, we have to mention the two main organs that involve in the regulation of uric acid in the body, because uric acid is directly related to gout. So first, it is the liver. And then this is where purine is broken down to uric acid for disposal. Where does it dissolve? So it will send to the kidneys for disposal of uric acid through urine. Alright, so it will send through your bloodstream. So this is a bloodstream. So it will first broken down and it will send through the bloodstream. Right. Okay. So let's say now you have big meals, some red meat, a good steak, and then you have some seafood. You have some seafood as well. Seafood, and then you have beer. So these, especially seafood and meat, they are high in purine. This kind of purine. So it will produce purine to the kidney, to the liver, sent to the liver to be broken down. This excess unwanted purine has to be broken down to uric acid for disposal here. So what happens is, so it will be broken down after through a degrading process. This will form uric acid. So this tiny uric acid will travel all the way. Will travel all the way to the kidney to be disposed of through your urine. Let's say now I have 6 channels. Just a hypothetical. Let's say I have 6 channels to dispose of the uric acid. It's a normal condition. This is what every normal, healthy human being, this is our process. There's a key. The uric acid will go out from here through this urination. So it will be regulated. This is how our body regulates uric acid. Bad. The problem comes when you eat too much of these things. Too much. It's a lot. And you drink a lot of beer. So beside purine, these high protein food, meaty food, also contains a lot of protein. And protein will be broken down to amino acids, which our body don't need a lot. So when there's too much amino acid, the body has to send the amino acid to the liver as well. The amino acid in the liver to be broken down to another a substance known as urea. So it's urea. So this urea, the thing is called urea. So this is a urea. So just like uric acid, urea will be sent to the kidney for disposal through another channel, let's say. So it has to sacrifice, close down the 6 channels, and then have to be replaced by these are for disposal of urea. So dispose of by the urea. Okay. So and this side will dispose of uric acid. So because it's closed down, the burden, there's still more work here. There's large resources, I would say that, to dispose of the uric acid. So it may cause a slight build-up of uric acid in your bloodstream. So because our blood must always maintain at a pH of 7.365, which is actually 7 is the pH of 7, between 7.3 to 7.4. This range we call alkaline. It has to maintain in this way. But when there's too much uric acid built up here, the body has to balance itself. So now let's say these are the cells in your body. These are the cells. These are body cells. Okay? Body cells. Body cells. So there's always an exchange of nutrients or substance between the bloodstream and the area. This area is known as interstitial fluid, the area between the cell. So there's no direct contact between the cell and the blood. So this is the area. But when you have too much workload for the kidney, and you take in too much of all these things, all this food, if you burden the kidney, the liver to produce more and more uric acid. More and more uric acid. And so these uric acid, it has to get rid from the bloodstream because your body has to maintain at this pH. So what they do is they will throw out these uric acids temporarily, well, as I say, into the interstitial area. But the problem is if this thing, with the hope that if this thing return, the ability return, so this thing will start to go off and you go back to the bloodstream and get rid of it. But the problem is if you constantly eating high purine food, you constantly burden your kidney, so the ability to dissolve of the uric acid drops. There will be a lot of uric acid that's around in your body. And there's one place that I like to go is your feet. You get thicker and thicker, you will slip into it. This uric acid will slip into it until you reach a level which is the saturation point. There's too much acid into the joint, the synovial fluid. What happens is they will crystallize. When they crystallize, what you get is these crystals is known as foreign substance to your body. So, and your body will come up with reaction, inflammation. This is how you get gout. Right? So you take medicine, and you take painkiller, the anti-inflammation, the gout will go away. But the acid's still there. The crystal's still there. So if your uric acid is not regulated, as more acid goes in over the time, every time it forms a new crystal, you get an attack. That's why all those drugs doesn't really work, because they don't get rid of this thing. So another thing is, if the uric acid remains high over a period of years, so not only does your joint affected, it also affected if it go to the surface of skin and it crystallizes as well. What they form is thing known as toxic or tophus, and something like this from white particles. These are crystallization, right? So this is an overview of the crystal, the uric acid crystal, the actual uric acid crystal, showing the crystal. This is what happens. This is how you get gout. And if you don't do anything over the years, it's not only crystallized in this area, it's also crystallized in the kidney and form kidney stones, which will eventually destroy your kidney to become like this. And as your kidney go down, the ability to dispose of, the channels all turn off, left a minor one, and the vicious cycle. Then build up of toxic here, and then the uric acid cannot be disposed of in the joint. So eventually, if this one shut down as well, even no point going for dialysis because kidney both shut down, it becomes like this. Eventually, this is the first filter. The second filter spoil is the liver. When the liver gone, you are gone.